Hello, I'm Amy Johnson. Here's your CBS On The Go update. Hurricane Irma makes landfall in the Florida Keys. Heavy winds and rain have been battering Miami, but instead of heading east, the storm is now on track to pummel Florida's west coast. Irma is packing 130-mile-per-hour plus winds. More than 6.5 million Floridians have evacuated. The governor warning that the state could receive as much as 18 inches of rain. We're also dealing with some weather of our own. Heavy thunderstorms and blight led to some flash flooding there. This was Highway 95 yesterday. The CHP says at least 2 cars got stuck in the flooding and several people had to be rescued. Here's Marquina Brown with a look at our weather.
Thank you, Amy. We are seeing temperatures that are somewhat seasonable really across the country. As you look off to the north and east, they're going to have temperatures in the 60s and 70s, maybe a little bit higher for the folks in New York. They may see mid 70s today. For us here in the Southland, it is going to be more about the humidity as a cutoff low will give us an opportunity for some showers and storms, not only today, but into Monday as well. Temperature-wise, we will be right about normal, if not slightly cooler. For LA and Orange County, we're looking at a high today of 84 degrees. The folks in the valleys with a chance for isolated showers and storms will be in the low 90s. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Marquina. A stirring tribute to a fallen warrior's legacy. A new stadium was named after Navy SEAL Michael Mansour of Garden Grove. CBS 2's Stacey Butler has a touching dedication.
It's the outpouring of love and has just been phenomenal. So we're just really happy about that.
Overwhelmed by the show of support.
Sometimes thank you just isn't enough.
Sally Mansour said her son Michael would be honored that his alma mater, Garden Grove High, just built a new stadium in his name.
The Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium.
The Navy SEAL was killed during Operation Iraqi Freedom when he jumped on a grenade protecting his fellow SEALs in combat. Mansour received a long list of awards, including the Purple Heart, the Medal of Honor, and the Silver Star.
Michael's an example of the kind of heroes that we need today.
In a celebration befitting a war hero, the Patriot parachute team swooped onto the new Mansour Field to honor him. His mom hopes her son's example of service and sacrifice will create a legacy for future high schoolers.
When you start to give, you find that you receive much more. So I'm hoping that when they see Mike's name and know his story, that will inspire people to do better for their communities.
In Garden Grove, Stacey Butler, CBS 2 News.
And now here's your CBS On The Go sports. A big game at the Coliseum last night. The USC Trojans took on their foes from the north. We're talking about the Stanford Cardinal. The Trojans offense was clicking on all cylinders. Sam Darnold had more than 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Deontay Burnett caught 2 of those and finished with 121 receiving yards. Ronald Jones and Stephen Carr both eclipsed 100 yards, combining for 235 rushing yards and 2 scores. Add all that up and you get a USC win. Next up, the Trojans head to Texas to take on the Longhorns. And that's your CBS On The Go update. I'm Amy Johnson. Remember, we're always on CBSLA.com, and be sure to watch us on CBS 2 News at 5, 6, and 11 p.m.